in the love and the grace of God. Um, and for anyone else, you can stick around for the St. Peter's View. And we don't actually have a postlude today. Though I don't know. I think if Leisha and Denise want to sing us out.
No.
No?
Oh man, we need another video.
Yeah, that's right.
Have videos on command, like
Let's be merciful and not do it. We'll have mercy on our audience.
All right. Well, I think we may still be waiting for our surprise guests to make it into the studio, but I'm sure they'll be here in just a bit.
right?
And,
Yeah, we got to get them out of that green room, right?
yeah, they're still coming for the
They're
green.
still in makeup. They're in hair and makeup.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think they're here, and here they are.
And they're gone. And they're back.
It is Michelle.
Yay! Ah,
We need
just
to
really wanted to build suspense. I said we want to build suspense.
And
we
you got-
figured you were in the green room.
Yeah, and the snacks are so nice back there. We were really just having a ball.
you know what? We treat our guests well.
Yeah.
Premium snacks.
Instead, for sure. How are you guys? Wow, it's so good to see your faces.
Good, good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, good, good. We have been with family mostly during this time, so that's been good. And Kenobi's become a suburban dog, so life back in the city has been a little bit of a transition for him, particularly because he's been so spoiled by my family members. They've given him treats. He's had big yards to run around in, and he got like really the luxury treatment with my mom. So he had like 2 different beds. Our dog has really been living the high life. So he's adjusting to a smaller, more intimate quarters of New York City.
I love that he has 2 beds.
Yeah. He had one upstairs, his
Bed.
working bed, and then like he had his like day bed downstairs. So
Living the life, or living his best life, right?
Wouldn't that be awesome if we all had 2 beds? Like our
Have a day bed.
A napping bed. And then you got the-
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the day bed. So yeah.
So, for those who may not know, what big thing is about to happen in just a short amount of time?
Yeah. We're having a baby in November.
Oh,
Our first baby girl.
yeah,
such good news. Yeah.
thank you, thank you. We are really looking forward to it. Although the first trimester was a little bit of a rough hope for Michelle.
We made it
How
through.
are you feeling now? Getting a little better?
Yeah. Yeah. The second trimester was great. I'm in the third trimester now. It's just getting a little harder to like move around and bend over, that kind of thing. You get short of breath, but otherwise good.
I'm curious, Michelle, like are you showing?
I'm showing a lot. Do you want to see?
Yes, she is.
Here.
Put my
Yeah.
glasses on.
Come on, don't be shy.
Oh,
Oh, how wonderful. God, absolutely beautiful.
excellent.
Thank you.
Very nice baby bump. Very nice.
You have names picked out and everything already? Of course, you're not revealing anything now, but just asking if you do have names already.
We have a short list.
We do.
We have a short list of names. It's what we've been doing with some of like our close family and friends is like actually sharing with the name. We'll have a name of the week. So we'll try it out, see how it goes, how it's received by the community, and that's been a lot of fun to get their reactions.
It's good to do that because sometimes what comes out of that is what someone might nickname the child, and you might not like that, and you might not think
Jesse?
Yeah.
of what they name the short.
Hmm.
All sorts
So
of
it's good to run those things by people.
Yeah, we had one of our friends tell us who recently had a kid. He's from Egypt, and so they were talking about the name Charlotte, and apparently that name has a like a cognate in like Egyptian that means something that you don't want to name your child. And so when they surfaced it with his friends, they're like, "Oh no, are you going to name your child this?" And he was like, "No, no, no, not that." But so it can be helpful.
That's amazing. Somebody, who is this? Oh, Martha. Martha's saying, how about a combo of your names? Mishat and Haishel.
Haishel.
It gets very creative when you combine our names.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Our first names don't go that well. Our middle names, like Marcel and Paulina, also wouldn't do too much justice.
Sometimes you have to wait to meet the baby to know the name, right?
There you go. Yes.
All right. Hey, I just, before we hop into our 10 questions, you know, I don't know if you watched last week, but we were asking Ryan, because we were having some problems with like playing music for copyright reasons. We asked him, like, if you could come out to any song, you know, on a talk show, like what would that song be? I'm just curious for you guys, any songs off the top of your head?
Who's coming to mind immediately for me? Do you have a thought?
For me, it'd probably be like Frankie, Beverly, and Maze. I really love him. So yeah, I would probably do one of his songs.
Wait, who is this? I'm really out of it with
I gotta send you this podcast. He's like the most Black famous person. Like, it's basically a person who like almost like every single like brother or sister knows, but like he's not as well known. And basically he's got like 9 like gold albums. So like he's like very accomplished, like a very, very accomplished guy. But outside, he just never crossed over. But
wait, can you say his name one more time?
Actually, can I? Well, I'm not sure
if
I can
pull something up. I'm like thinking maybe pull something up and just play a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it right now.
When you hear it, you're gonna be like, "Oh!"
You're gonna be like, "Oh, I know who this guy is."
Alicia, you know.
I do know.
We have to hear this. We have to hear this. Oh, Frankie.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's like the music you come to the family barbecue and you
Yeah. So just wait for it. And now we're gonna skip the ad. And no thanks.
This is the family barbecue picnic song. You got your burgers and the hot dogs on the grill, right?
Hey. Well, Beyonce made a remake of the song last year.
Yes,
it was really popular. Very awesome. I mean, her like entire Black is King is really good too. So encourage you to check it out.
I'm telling you, St. Peter's View, the best place to find the music.
You gotta know it.
Watch, where to eat. Okay, all right. So now thank you for that. We are now going to jump in. So I think this is going to be the last week that we do these particular 10 questions. Because now people know what the questions are. So we need to mix it up, but we're going to use these same questions. All right. So Michelle and Hyatt, who is your dream dinner party guest and why?
All right. So I recently heard filmmaker Tyler Perry talk about a brunch he had. And at this brunch, he had like Oprah, John Lewis, and like a slew of other folks. So I was like, oh, if I ever got this question, I would want to go the Tyler Perry route because I would love to have Oprah. And I would love to have, I have worked with John Lewis. He'd be awesome too. But also TD Jakes, I think would be my dinner guest. He is a guy who is just absolutely anointed, gifted in preaching, and he just seeps wisdom. And so I think our dinner conversation would just be super just like deep. And I would love to have his firsthand wisdom on like many things that I'm dealing with in my own life and my Christian calling. So you
got to talk to Rodney. Rodney's a huge Bishop Jakes fan.
Oh, we got to get together. Yeah, I will.
The person who came to mind for me was Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think it'd be so much fun to have dinner with him because he just seems like a really like fun and funny person, and we love Hamilton and In the Heights. So I just think that'd be really fun to meet with him and talk to him.
And doesn't it make you wonder too with Lin-Manuel Miranda if like anytime he goes to a dinner party, people are like, and now rap about like this roast beef, you know, like I would so want to see.
Oh, right. I want to hear the freestyle. It's great.
Okay, all right, I'll do it. What is something that people get wrong about you?
You go first. I always need.
I think a lot of times at work, because like I'm one of the type of guys who just goes in, I try to get my work done, very efficient, and I've always been like very studious, but I really love to just have a good time too and goof off. So I have a very playful side to me. And I think that sometimes like my seriousness can sometimes make people miss out on the very playful side.
Yeah. I guess mine's probably work related as well. That often when people meet me in that context, they'll see me as just like very like happy and happy-go-lucky, and will be surprised that I'm also very like driven and organized and like have lots of lists, and I'm like checking things off and getting things done.
Yep. Don't let the smile fool you.
She's like, I will hurt you.
I've met some of her colleagues, and they're like, yeah, like they joke about it, and it has like this whole like Michelle like way of working, management style. It's like she laughs, she smiles, but she gets things done.
That's awesome. All right, so what's the last TV show you guys binge watched?
Survivor.
For sure, Survivor. We have been consistently binge watching Survivor. There are so many seasons. You can just keep going.
Yeah.
So we're in season 21 right now.
Yeah.
And we still have so many more to go. It's great.
Oh, I had no idea.
There are like 40 plus seasons of this show.
Wow. So you guys might conceivably see out the pandemic. Wait, Survivor? Is that what you just said? You said Survivor. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. What book is on your nightstand?
Right now, one that I just finished, which is Sun by Lois Lowry. I love The Giver. That's one of my all-time favorite books. And when I was doing laundry the other day, our basement has like the laundry room has a bookshelf where you can like just leave books and take books. And I did not know there was a 4th book in the Giver series until I was down there and saw this one. So that was the 4th book. Wasn't really that great. I still strongly recommend The Giver. The rest of the series is not my favorite.
Yeah, and for me, I recently wrapped up Before the Mayflower, which is a history of Black America going back to West Africa to the present. And it's a fantastic read, and I highly recommend it. Lots of nuggets in there.
Oh, right. I've never heard of either of those. Yeah.
Well, that's why you have us on, Christine, to keep you hip, current.
Cultural, you know. What's your favorite meal?
Ooh, I'm a Southern boy, so I'm going fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, and a biscuit.
You and Chris could hang out.
I was about to say out there, Christopher Wyndham, and it's like,
yes, I saw that. I was just like, we were definitely.
For me, pasta for sure. And right now, my favorite is to have like pesto sauce with fresh basil and pine nuts, and maybe some like chopped tomatoes on it.
Awesome. Gosh, you know, it's so funny because like we do this portion like, and it's pretty close to lunchtime, and people start eating. I'm like,
yeah, we're hungry.
I know. Feel the pains.
Okay, what's your favorite movie that you'd never pass up if it was on?
Michelle's struggling because she doesn't really watch television that much.
Yeah, except 21 seasons of Survivor. You go first.
Movie.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, so like I will usually, if I see it on, I will definitely catch my attention and I'll watch whatever episode, no matter how painful some of those episodes may be. I'll ride with them.
Like Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks.
Like, woo.
I'm still having trouble thinking of what I would never pass up, but probably something that's like funny, like a comedy or something like that.
Oh yeah. Rush Hour would be another one. I love Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan in that movie.
Where's Chris Tucker now? Man.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. He hasn't done anything since his Netflix special, which was so funny. And that came out like about 5 years ago now, but my favorites.
Wait, he has a Netflix special? Sorry, I'm like,
this is like from
He did a Netflix comedy special, yeah, a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, it's been out for a while, but it's really, really funny.
Yeah, I like stand-up comedy. All right, what is a superpower that you would want and why?
So I would definitely want the power to heal. I think it would be a very practical power, but I've also encountered a lot of suffering, both personally and just in my friend groups, and particularly, with those people who've suffered from cancer. And my heart really just goes out. So if I could be able to do something to alleviate their pain, particularly for like the caregivers and the people going through it and afflicted with those diseases, I would totally do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And if we already had that power in our family, I think that would be, the best one to choose. But since Hyatt's already got that covered, I could pick a fun one like flying. Because I did cheerleading in high school and college and was a flyer. And I love the like rush of like being up in the air and flying around. So.
Oh, fine. Oh. All right. Last two questions. What is a snapshot of an ordinary moment that brings you joy?
Oh, one thought for me is even just like this morning, like being out with Hyatt and Kenobi in Central Park and throwing balls for Kenobi and just being in the sunshine and being together. It's really fun.
Yeah. I think for me, because we've had a couple road trips during this pandemic, that has become ordinary for us to be like traveling from place to place, which probably just being in the car, having time to talk and ask each other just different questions that come to mind. And it's been a really rich time where we've been able to be vulnerable and share in some deeper moments.
That's great. All right. So last question. What are you deeply grateful for right now?
I'm deeply grateful for a lot of things right now. I'm very grateful for our family and our friend community and the way that we've been feeling supported over the last few months, especially during the pregnancy.
Yeah. And I would just say that God has really just shown up in some miraculous ways during this time of seemingly scarcity, and has brought abundance in our life through blessing us with a child, which we had been praying for, as well as blessing my mother with healing, and through her medical team and through the number of men and women at this church who've sent and supported us through prayers and through meals. And I've just been very deeply, deeply grateful for all the ways in which God has moved profoundly and in ways that I couldn't even imagine last year to bring healing and restoration in my life. So I'm very, very grateful for that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for sharing all of that. It's super encouraging to hear from you. And
we have a little time. Brenna asked if you could tell us how you met. Do we have a second for that story?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. You want to tell it? Or
you can tell it.
So we met the very first day of freshman orientation in college at an ice cream social dance party. And then we started dating just a couple months after that. So still our freshman year of college, and we've been together ever since.
Yeah. So we've been married we just had our anniversary, 6-year anniversary, August 9th, and known each other.
Oh, I just realized tomorrow actually is the 13-year anniversary of when we met. So it was the first day of freshman life.
13 years. So there you go.
Wow. And like when you met at that ice cream social, was it like immediate?
Oh, there was like a real strange celestial. Like I think there was like might have been like an eclipse. White lights. No, yeah. I mean, it was
ice cream involved. Of course, it was holy, right?
The only thing we were missing was the burning bush, Christine. But...
Chris Wyndham has just commented, you have to celebrate the meat anniversary.
Yeah, we've been that for a very long time, which is that's October true. 18th.
Yeah, that's the anniversary of our first date. Yeah, it's the meat anniversary tomorrow.
Yeah, we got
so many dates
lot to celebrate. Yeah, so we're glad that we were able to come in and talk to you guys.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys.
On you, Christine.
I totally missed that.
I said drop some knowledge on you.
That's right. My coolness factor. Shut up. At least a couple notches.
In culture.
Yeah.
Frankie, what was that again? Frankie, Beverly, and Maze.
Yeah. It's all in the comments.
Yeah.
So go check it out. Yeah, Christopher Wyndham kind of put the lowdown on everything in there. So anything you want to know is all there.
That's so cool. You put like the name of Chris Tucker's stand-up special.
We're gonna get together for that dinner, and it's gonna be glorious. But
very cool. All right. Well, thank you guys.
Bye. Good to
see you, everyone. Have a wonderful week and blessings on you.
Blessings. Yeah.
See you next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.